Hi lovers, hi, how are you guys doing? Hilma Daniel here. Welcome to my channel. I can speak to you guys because I'm a little bit having free time. Not only that, I'm also starting to feel a little bit better. I hope I can, feel like this so that I can be able to go back to work. Yeah? Okay, when I'm getting tired a little bit, you just bear with me. My face is shiny, sorry. I applied Vaseline, I just took a bath. Let us talk about a situation of a guy that killed his girlfriend and killed himself. No, he's a South African guy. No, the video that he have put out there is in the language, so I don't understand it. But based on the little knowledge that I can pick up, when people are commenting end, it looks like there's a woman was being supported by the man, and somehow the woman was cheating, and it looks like the woman allegedly, under correction, if I'm saying something that is not correct, was raising a child that is not the guy's. No, was making the guy raise a child that is not his. For example, I go and make a baby with somebody else and then I give it to my husband, but it's not his child. Yeah? I don't know whether that's the situation. I don't know whether they're married or just girlfriend and boyfriend. Yeah? I don't know now whether these people were splitting, whether the guy was going through some financial difficulties or he just found out that the lady's cheating and then they decided to, end their lives. Yeah? I'm seeing a whole lot of women commenting on this and a whole lot of men commenting on this. And now what I'm seeing is people trying to defend their gender and not addressing the reality of an issue. And I feel the need to give in my 2 cents. I feel when we are giving advice or when we are commenting on situations, we need to remove ourselves from situations. Being it that I personally have to remove myself as a woman from this situation, and men must remove themselves as men from the situation and look at a situation as naked as it is, and be able to identify the wrongs and the rights and advise the next nation and the kid, the next child correctly. Yeah? And this is my view on this whole situation. Okay. So, first of all, yeah, using one another. Yeah? Let me first start with whatever I see happening until the death, until people dying. Yeah? I want to start from here. Is the world have now brainwashed us so much that they have made things that are supposed to be so beautiful very difficult. Yeah? Love is beautiful. If you have innocently fell in love with somebody, you would really attest to it, to say that love is beautiful. When you beautifully fall in love with somebody and you are so much in love and you are in that honeymoon stage and you are just in love and love is perfect. Love is beautiful. Yeah, most of us that have gone through that stage, we can really say love is a beautiful thing. Okay. However, love now becomes a problem when we start hating one another, when we start using one another, when we start abusing one another. Abuse comes in different types of forms: emotionally, verbally, physically. When we start playing mind games on one another, and there's nothing that even hurts more than dealing with a psycho. A psycho is the type of a person that doesn't present the truth. Now they leave you on a side to keep guessing, but they will lead you on. When it's like they'll keep you there, but they'll confuse you as much as you can. I think that is more dangerous, and I think that is what a lot of cheaters do. That is what a lot of cheaters do. So when you are in a relationship with somebody and you are using them for money, it's wrong. Ne? And I want to speak to both boy child and a girl child. As a boy child, as a girl child, first of all, do not get involved with a person because you are using them for what they have. Also, I am not advising you to go into a relationship with somebody who have got nothing to lose. Also, I'm not advising you to get involved in a relationship with somebody that have got nothing to bring on the table. Okay? Get somebody that is at your level. Yeah? Sorry. If you are a man, on the other hand, yeah, most men, though we also have men now that are using women for money. Men that are just dating women because they have something to benefit, not because they love them. We, as a woman, okay, I'll address that later. Yeah? As a man, date a woman that is at your level. Don't date a woman that have got nothing to lose. Yeah? Date a woman that is at your level, that can bring something to the table. No? Date a woman that is educated as you are. Date a woman that is employed as you are. Date a woman that is business minded as you are. Date a person that is at your level. I think the mistake, or the mistakes that we do mostly are that when we fall in love, and we are falling in love with just anybody, because that's what the heart wants. I think we must be a little bit careful there, because when we find ourselves in situations, it will be very late for us to reverse them. There are some situations that work out, but there are some that don't work out. So don't gamble. Another thing that I want to talk about is that don't allow a person to use you for money. This goes to both women and both men. Don't allow the next person to use you for money. If you see red flags, don't be in a relationship and you are the one giving. Don't be the one giving too much like that. Don't be the one giving. Even if it's in a marriage, don't be on a losing side. I think I've made a lot of videos on out of community of property. Learn to educate yourself on contracts before you get yourselves in commitments with people that you know perfectly well that this person have got nothing to lose. So that at the end of the day, you don't lose assets, or you don't lose yourself in situations. It gives you a level of confidence when you know you are safe. Then dealing with a person that you've got nothing to lose, then they start cheating on you and you feel they've used you and you've lost everything. Another thing also, have a mind of building and build yourself up, so that even if the person who is next to you starts misbehaving, you won't kill them because you have lost yourself in the process of you being with them. Whoever you are with in life, it does not matter whether it's a man or a woman, do not lose yourself. Relationships, marriages are not supposed to make you lose yourself. The moment you pick up that you are losing yourself, immediately call yourself to order, because already you are in a wrong situationship. A relationship where a correct relationship that God wants us to be in, or a marriage that God wants us to be in, it's not a marriage that is supposed to make us lose our brains in any way. So the moment you see you are losing yourself, call yourself to order as soon as you can. Another thing that I want to talk to you about is abuse. we have got different types of abuse. The moment you start, avoid putting up with abuse, being it emotional abuse, being it physical abuse, being it verbal abuse. Avoid putting up with those type of abuses. When you see that this person is abusing you, call them to order. Ne? Try your level best to call them to order. Try your level best to be in a relationship where you are spoken to correctly, where you are handled correctly in terms of conflict, where you are handled correctly in terms of verbal communication. Ne? Be a mental state. Be in a relationship where your mental state is not shaken. Because I picked up this with a lot of people. Women who are dealing with psychos and cheaters are probably one of the people that are going through emotional, mental situations. We also have men who are dealing with the same. Ne? I want to believe that the world has changed and men and women are dealing with different type of situations. Okay. Now let us talk about relationships killing people. Ne? When you are hurt, ne? When you are hurt, you've got two options. Ne? Remember, I took you from the beginning on how to protect yourself. When you pick up that unfortunately the person that you chose for yourself does not love you the same way that you love them, it's not your fault. I need you to understand that it's not your fault that they don't love you the way you love them. It's not your fault that they don't have a good heart like you have a good heart. Ne? So I need you to walk away, bringing us to a conclusion that unaliving somebody to unalive yourself or just unaliving somebody is wrong. But what I want to tell you is that wrong is wrong, no matter who is doing it. Using someone for money is wrong. So is taking somebody's life. It's wrong. Now I come in to us parents. Ne? I come in to us parents to say that sometimes I don't believe, I always want to take things back home. You know, I always want to take things back home. One thing about myself is that I confidently always refer back home because that's where I came from. Whatever situation that I am in, I am very, very comfortable to say that, oh, I can go back home, my dear. I can go back to my parents' house. And I want to, bring this up as a confidence in a child when they're coming from a well-stable home. Stable home emotionally, stable home religiously, stable home financially. I put all these things into consideration because they're all important. If we are to be parents, as parents, because we are the ones that are birthing these problems sometimes. I'm not saying this is a situation, but it can be a contributing factor. Now I'm trying to be open-minded and look at everything. As a boy child, when we are raising a boy child, let us raise boy children with love and care. When we are raising girl children, let us raise kids in love and care and not abuse. When we raise kids in love and care, let us try our level best not to bring kids in situations where we cannot provide for them. Ne? Give birth to the number of children that you can afford, so that even if it's the little that you have, they can have the confidence of coming back home. I don't want to believe, because I am a woman, and one thing about the confidence in me, that I never, even allowed, even when I was not working. I remember there was a guy that suggested giving me money monthly. He was working and I was not working, and we were dating. And I said no. I rejected the offer. Why? Because my parents provided for me the basic needs. I want to believe that sometimes our kids are becoming victims of these situations because we as parents, we are failing them. We are not providing for them. Some of the parents are absent, more especially fathers now. They're absent from the kids' lives, and some parents, some mothers are alone. They're struggling. But though we also have got women that are coming from well-off families, but they just like high standard stuffs. But I'm now looking at the basics. That there could be the situation. So I want to believe that as parents, let us also try to contribute. Let us also try, and let us also, when our kids are growing up, let us also try to motivate them to become better in life. And let us also try to avoid them being in situations or houses. One thing that I also pick up about parents is that when we send our kids far away from us, to people, to family members, is that no one is going to love your kids the way you love them. Okay, that's one thing that I picked up in life. And unfortunately, it's the truth. So when we send our kids away from us and they're at people's houses, let us not forget to check up on them. Let us not forget to check up on them. Let us not forget to provide for them, even in those houses where they are. This is one thing about my parents that taught me so much, that have inspired me. If let me say, for instance, I'm staying at your house, my mother or my parents sends you money every month for you to add to food or electricity. They don't just drop me there. They don't just drop me there. So I'm just generally looking at situations, because when maybe we send our kids to people's houses and we are not even supporting them in any way that we can, and then they maybe find themselves going through things and being abused, and next thing they're just dating rich guys to get money or to eat something. Let us check up on our children so that our children do not find themselves in situations. So what I addressed in short is that let us, as parents, let us try our level best to play our part so that our kids don't find themselves in situations where they are dating people just for survival. So let us do our part so that we close that path. Because I want to believe that, because I was raised by my parents who provided for me, and I never found it necessary for me to want other people's things until today. When I grew up and I started working for my own things, I don't find the need to want other people's things or to want to live other people's lives, because then I understand that my parents provided for me and I took over, and I don't feel the need to want other people's things or lives. So my heart is pure. Sorry, my heart is pure. It makes it easier for me to be innocently in love with people and not use people, because I find it very difficult, because of this heart of caring and nurturing. I find it very difficult to cheat, but I'm trying to find out where then does it come from for a person to develop the cheating and using people for money. Is it because we are not providing for our children? And also, where does it come from for your child to be so hurt in a situation that they're not coming back home to you? Is it because, one thing about love, when you are in love and it hurts differently, more especially this, if you fall in love for the first time, it hurts very, very differently. Having experienced that for a very long time, because I was in university when I got heartbroken for the first time, and I think that cut very deep, but to a point where you want to hurt the people. I want to believe I want to believe that this is very deep, and the only way we can eliminate this problem, because it's a huge problem, it's if we try our level best to eliminate it, starting from home. Let us start from home. So my advice in general, to wrap it up, is that parents, let us do our parts. Parents, let us do our part so that children can always come back home. Let us also train our children that no matter what you are going through, know that you can always count on me, on us, on us as the parents. No matter what life throws at you there, and you do not know how to handle it, please always come back to us. We are always going to be your parents until you grow old, until we are still on this planet. I think that gives children a little bit of sense of thinking, so that they don't. Also, let us love the kids so much, and let us explain to them that no matter what situation you find yourself in, know that you are very much loved at home, and we appreciate you, and we need you, so that kids then don't find themselves going through emotions and longing for love at the wrong places. I think that is what I want to tell the parents. Children, when you fall in love, don't use one another for money. Don't use one another for money. However, the world is so bad. Not, I don't think, but the world was not created to be bad. But unfortunately, here we are now. So you find people with good hearts, and you find people with no good hearts. Unfortunately, when you find yourself unlucky enough to be with a person that does not love you as much as you love them, and appreciate you as much as you appreciate you, and their intentions are not as pure and clean, don't analyze them. You can walk out of a situation, and more especially for relationships, I say it's even good than marriages, because you can walk away so fast before it's too late. Don't kill people. Just walk away. It's okay. Learn to control your anger management. It's probably something that we need to speak among our children. We are not going to tell them, we are not going to tell kids that allow people to abuse, do not allow people to abuse you, but also learn to control your anger, so that you don't find yourself in situations where you want to kill people. Okay. I think also, all in all, let us teach children the importance of knowing God. God. Since you all now have too many gods, I have to specify God, the Father of Jesus, the good Lord. Let us teach our kids to be God fearing, because being God fearing guides us very, very well and beautifully in life, so that we don't find ourselves in situations where we want to unalive one another, where we want to hate one another, where we are having not so pure intentions towards one another. I want to believe that if you are dating someone and your intentions are to use them, you are evil. Something is dark about you. You are not a good person. You cannot want to lay next to someone every day and you do not truly love those people. You cannot want to spend forever with a person and you do not love those people. And things that us women are doing now, using men for money, it's wrong. Just as equally as when men are sleeping with different women just to sleep with them, it's wrong. Stop playing with each other's emotions. Stop playing with each other's emotions. Grow up. Choose your one partner. Your one partner is enough. Don't let society convince you otherwise. and truly love one another, imagine how beautiful this world is gonna be. Yeah? I don't think this is a time that we must be angry at one another and fight one another as genders, where the men are saying, yeah, you cannot use us for money. Yeah, this one are saying you cannot kill us, we can also poison you. I don't think we are going to solve this problem that we are in today. Ne? We need to look at it the way we need to look at it, with a brain that says, we have sons, we are mothers, we are parents. Ne? When you have a boy child and your boy child is being used for money, you wouldn't want that. But you also do not want your son to walk around playing with other people's children. You don't want that. Gone are the days. I remember in the village when I was growing up, there's a boy that was made to marry a lady by one man. There was a man that didn't used to play in my village. He told his son that, who told you to go and play with somebody's child? So when you made a child pregnant, you expect who to go and marry her? Marry people's child. And then they ended up getting married. And that is the order. That is the order that we must walk around and put teachings to our sons, to say that don't walk around playing with people's children. It's not right. The moment we call our sons in order, and the moment we call our girl children in order, that is my daughter, carry yourself correctly. Wait until you get a man that you truly love. Grow up properly. Avoid unnecessary pregnancies and love somebody truly, and then you can build together. The education must be fair on both sides. Ne? Education must really be fair on both sides. The good education that you're giving to a girl child must be the good education that you're giving to the boy child. Ne? I think I've covered more about it. I've covered what I can cover, and that's it from me, Hilma Daniel. Please do give me your opinions in the comments down below on the issue that we are facing of men killing women because women are cheating and using them for money. And what do you think about it? What do you think we can best handle this so that we can minimize it as much as we can, if not eliminate it? Okay, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.